Yo, you best not forget it. Let you know if she like it, and if she get with it, let the whole world know and be the first to admit it. Let you know if it's good and if she dig it, cause she's Rick the critic, Rick the critic, Rick the critic, Rick the critic. She the first to admit it if she can't dig it, cause she's Rick the critic, Rick the critic, Rick the critic, Rick the critic.
Hi, I'm Rick the Critic. Thank you for allowing me to come into your home another day. And listen, today, you know, this is Consumer Affairs, and also I am the voice of the people. So I've got a couple of things to talk to you today. First thing I want to talk about is this Easy Feet. I purchased this at Bed Bath & Beyond. I think it was like 10 bucks. It is the biggest ripoff ever. Right here, as you can see, and I don't know why this comes out, but this goes right in here, and the premise is that you put your feet here and you rub your feet back and forth. These little suctions on the bottom are supposed to stick to the bottom of the shower or the tub, and you put your foot in and you just go. Now this right here immediately just kind of popped out. As you can see, it's not in there too well. And this right here, I don't even know what this is all about. You put soap on this and it kind of tickles a little bit, but now it's supposed to, the idea is supposed to, you're not supposed to have to use a pumice stone on your feet or get down or twitch. This thing is supposed to adhere to the bottom, and this is one of those, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't even think about it. And please don't buy it for anyone for Christmas, because they will be just highly ticked off at you. It is, like I said, by far the biggest ripoff ever. I bought it, I tried it. It does not work. In fact, like I said, it started coming apart and a lot of things, you know. So anyway, I'm back to going to the nail shop. Anyway, a crummy product. You don't want to just pass on it. No good. Anyway, now the second thing I want to talk about is I went out in the community last couple of weeks ago and went over on Woodbury. I don't know if you guys know, I'm sure you do, they've been around town forever and ever, the twins, James and Jimmy Jackson, over there at the salvage place right there on Woodbury. There's, if you come down Lincoln, there between Lincoln and I think that's Casitas right there. Anyway, well, I went inside, and for one thing, and as I'm there, he's sharing the story with me, which I was horrified. Let me tell you about this. We're talking today about Symes Cadillac, okay? Symes Cadillac. James and Jimmy have purchased Cadillacs from Symes Cadillac for many years. In fact, their uncle purchased, when Mr. Symes was alive, his uncle was the first one to actually purchase a Cadillac from Symes, and their uncle is I think it's Mr. I'm not sure, I don't want to say if it's Peterson, I cannot remember, I don't have my notes in front of me, but anyway, he just retired from the city, one of the first African-American city workers, and one of them been there the longest. Anyway, he's got a couple of Cadillacs that he purchased from Symes Cadillac. But let me tell you what happened. James took his Cadillac down to Symes to get its regular servicing, its regular maintenance, and when he took it down there, they gave him a clean bill of health, gave him a receipt, gave him the paperwork showing the green light on everything. Everything is fine. The next day, his wife gets into the car on her way to work, and the car starts to lose power. So she has to get off of the freeway. When she gets off of the freeway, she has to have the car towed to her home because she doesn't know exactly what's wrong. So she has the car towed to her home. From her home, they towed the car back to Symes Cadillac. When they towed the car to Symes Cadillac, Symes, one of the repairmen or the technicians, he comes out and he says, okay, he says, listen, I was just here the day before. You gave me the green light on all the mechanics, all the fluids, and da-da-da-da-da. I've looked at all the fluids, and all of them are half filled. None of them are full to the top. They're not topped off. So they clearly didn't put fluid in there. So the technician looks at him and says, well, okay, then what do you need us to do? And he says, well, the car's losing power. They say they're going to check it out. They take the car, they raise the car up, they call him back and they tell him, okay, we've topped all the fluids, but there's something that's loose up under the car. Now, I don't think they really know that this guy knows a little bit about cars too. He and his twin brother, because their grandfather taught them years ago, so they know a little bit about cars. So what he says to the technician is, listen, you know, this part that you're speaking of, you have to pull this apart. This is not something that my wife hit, or would you agree? And the guy says, yes, I would. So they tell him that he's going to have to pay for it. So automatically he's enraged. So he asks him, he says, listen, I had my car towed here, not once, but I had my car towed twice. Would you at least pay the toll? They told him that they had already just taken up too much time with him. Now let me say something to you. I'm a little outraged with that kind of response. This is a person that buys Cadillacs from Symes Cadillac every other year or every 2 or 3 years, and his uncle has been buying Cadillacs from Symes since 1956. I'm a little uncomfortable with that, and so was he. So when I heard this story, I thought, my, no apology, nothing at all. It was almost as if, you know what, you came in, you bought the car, it's a situation, we don't want to deal with it, so take the car home or do what you will. That was pretty much their stance on it. It was like, you know, when they asked about paying for the tow, now what happened to the customer's always right? What happened to that? I'm a little confused. And again, you know, on this program, my whole goal is if we spend our money and we spend our time with you, we should get great customer service. There are plenty of Cadillac dealers. There are plenty of automotive dealers on the way to Symes. So what I'm understanding and what I'm hearing clearly is that Symes is not going to stand or back up their product. So I asked James, I said, James, did you talk to a manager? He said, yeah. He said the manager said to them that it was nothing that they could do about it, that they wanted them to pay for the car, and then they called him on the phone later on and told him that they had a $150 voucher for them. Well, James felt the same way that I felt. Listen, I don't need a $150 voucher from you because I'm never coming back to your store again. I'm never going to purchase another Cadillac. I'm not going to do any maintenance there. Now, let me tell you the two things that I'm a little appalled with Symes about. I'm appalled that they told him in the beginning that they actually checked his car out and did the maintenance. That's number one. And they really didn't fall through with that. What they did was they just looked at the car and sent the car back out. I guess they figured that the guy takes care of his car, so they really didn't have to do anything with it. That's number one. I'm definitely appalled that his wife got in the car the next day and got on the freeway on her way to work and lost power. Now, I don't know about you, but that's very frightening for us as women. And when you go to a car dealer and you take the car, if you're keeping up with the maintenance, what you're saying to the dealership is, listen, my most precious cargo is myself and my family. And when we get into this car, we are trusting you, number one. We're buying the car from you because we trust you. We're bringing the car back to you for its regular service or its regular maintenance because we know that you're going to do what you're supposed to do to keep us safe. That didn't happen in this incident with Symes. So what I'm saying to Symes Cadillac is, listen, even if I wanted to buy Cadillac, I would never come to your establishment. I am very outraged that you would do people that come to your establishment and continue to buy Cadillacs. Not come and just buy a Cadillac from you once, but come and buy a Cadillac from you on a regular basis. Not to mention their uncle, since 1956, is still buying Cadillacs from you and has two in his driveway as we speak. So, Symes Cadillac, what I am saying to you is that what you need to do is you need to change your policy. You need to talk to your servicemen. You need to talk to your technicians, and you really need to get it together over there. Everyone that I know, all of you guys, anybody thinking about buying a Cadillac, I wouldn't go to Symes. I wouldn't go to Symes if they were giving away Cadillacs. I think it's just less than appalling that they would treat a consumer or a client of theirs in that manner. No, we don't have to take that, and what we say is no, no more. We won't take that, and we won't be buying Cadillacs from you. I'm not saying anything bad about Bed Bath & Beyond because I love Bed Bath & Beyond, but I am saying, again, this is quite a no-no. It's just outrageous. Anyway, and I'm going to talk to you also today. We should be almost time for a station break. Not yet? Okay. You like the background and stuff? They are really making me look very professional here. I am loving it. I love what they're doing over here at KPAS. I'm just really feeling it. Okay, so we only had 10 minutes. You know, I don't see that well. What do we say? 10 minutes. Okay, we're at 10 minutes, so I've got 5 more minutes before we do the break.
Yes, you do.
Great.
And then there's also Symes Land Rover and Symes Toyota, or Pasadena Toyota.
Oh, really? Oh, Symes Toyota? Symes Pasadena is Toyota, and who else?
Symes Land Rovers.
And Land Rovers. I wonder if the Toyota people are getting the same kind of problems or same kind of disrespect and disregard as the Cadillac people.
I was better with the Toyota then.
Oh, okay.
But they're called Pasadena Toyota, but now they're starting to go back to.
My. Okay. Symes Cadillac is the one that I'm talking about right now. Those are the ones that just really did a number on my people. I'm really, really, really just really disturbed that they would just do something like that. I cannot imagine, and I'm going to send a tape to them too, or I'm going to definitely call over there and let them know that the critic has listened to the voice of the people, has heard what the voice of the people is saying, and we're not taking it. We're not buying. And who need, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, gas prices as high as they are, anyone coming in to buy a Cadillac, really. Yeah, but if you come in to buy a Cadillac, and the way gas prices are, and I believe they're going to go up to like $8 a gallon. They're going up and up and up. If you buy a Cadillac, and that means you can afford to put the gasoline in there, and that means that you should be treated with disrespect. I mean, really. I'm appalled. But you know what? Sometimes people just don't care when they get your money. They get your money, you know, I guess with James, I guess, and Jimmy, I guess they figured, hell, we sold you the Cadillac, so now, you know, it's your problem, keep it up. And I guess they figured we got the biggest piece of money out of it. But shame on you, because you haven't got the biggest piece of money. The money is in the referrals. The money is in when you tell people you've got great service. The money is in returns. That's where the money is. The money is not getting the car one time, selling the car one time. The money is in selling the car to a person, and that person having wonderful things to say about you, and which would actually encourage me maybe to buy one. I mean, it's a little big for me. I don't need that much room. But I've got friends. So, Symes Cadillac, I want you to know you messed up, and there's some other, what's that other Cadillac place out there in Downey? There's a Cadillac place in Downey that, what is it, Mark Putley. Anyway, I'll find out the name of him, because I don't want to give him a plug until I go out there and see just how good he is. I heard some very good things about him. He's a Cadillac dealer in Downey. I heard some wonderful things about him. They say when you go in, they have lunch for you, and they have a car for you, and they just go all and out. Wonderful, excellent customer service. But I can't put their name out there because I've not been there to see. I'm going to go out there next week probably, or maybe I might even go this week, maybe take a drive out there, park my little junky car on the side, and just walk in like I'm a possible person. I might just purchase a Cadillac. I'll park my car on the outside, because they say see my little car, they might they might just discriminate. But even so, they should still have great customer service. So when I talk to you, when we meet again next week, I will have that information for you if that Cadillac dealer is a good dealer. When we come back, I'm going to talk about the discounts for seniors. They've got some wonderful, wonderful discounts for seniors at some of the places that we go to and where we shop. So stay tuned. We're going to have a commercial, and when we come back, we're going to talk about a few of the places that we can actually get discounts on that nobody actually publicizes it, okay? See you in a minute.
There is really only one boy. One girl. tree. One forest. One deep, dancing ocean. One mountain calling. One handful of sand through our fingers. One endless sky overhead. And one simple way to care for it all. Please visit earthshare.org and learn how the world's leading environmental groups are working together under one name, EarthShare. One environment, one simple way to care for it.
Hi, I'm back. And as I promised, we were going to talk about some discounts. I was looking through my bottom line and I saw all these discounts and all these different things that no one really talks about. So let's talk about those discounts for seniors. There are a lot of things out there. Banana Republic has, not all of them, but some of them have a 10% discount, but you have to ask because not all of them share the same reduction or same discount. Some of them are different. So if you go to Banana Republic, you can ask for a 10% discount. Jiffy Lube also has a 10% discount on their, what do they do? Lube and oil changes and that kind of thing. So for seniors, there's a 10% discount there for you. Also, Midas also has a discount. They've got a 10% senior discount. So when you go on to Midas, that's what mufflers. Okay, so when you go into Midas for mufflers, ask for that 10% seniors. Every little bit helps. So I want us to get all of it. Symphonies, ballets, plays, they offer wonderful senior discounts. You can get as much as 50% off of those discounts. The tickets to, when you call up to solicit or to ask for these, if you're going to the symphony, if you're going to the ballet, ask for the discount. Sometimes they have 50% discounts. I was reading where a person, they pay usually $148 for orchestra seats, and they got them for $17. That is more than 50%, and that's definitely worth looking into. They also, I saw some, the museums, the zoos, the aquariums, they also, sporting events, ask for the discount, ask for the 50% discount. And then this one was really interesting. It says here that the U.S. National Park Service of America, the beautiful pass, they have, or they provide passes, oh gosh, for like $80. They're normally $80 a year, but as a senior you can get them for $10 for the whole year. So you can just call this number here. They've got a number here. It's 888-275-8747, and it's extension 1. So you can call. There is, and also this is a good thing. Not only $10, you can also bring up to 3 adults. They don't have to be seniors. So you can bring under 62, so that could be your grandchildren, that could be anyone that's under 60. You can bring up to 3 people. So that's when you're going to places like Yosemite and doing, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge discount, you know, so call them and see what you can get. Let's see, the restaurant chains typically, here's one, the Elephant Bar. It's a, I don't know if I've been there. I like the salad. They have a wonderful spring and strawberry salad there that's good. And I've had some other things at the Elephant Bar, pretty good. They have a little discount there. Applebee's has a discount. They have the Applebee's Neighborhood Grill is what they call it. And they have a 10% discount. The Kohl's, the store Kohl's, which I think is a little pricey, but then that's just me, typically offer a 15% discount every Wednesday to shoppers age 60. I've got a lot of girlfriends that shop at Kohl's, so you know that's a good thing. Also the Dress Barn. I'm not real sure about the Dress Barns, but if you shop there, they have some discounts too for 55 and older on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. CJ Banks, I'm not sure about that. Ross, and I know we definitely have Ross here because my friend and I, we hit there all the time. Uh, the Ross has, they offer a 10% discount every Tuesday to age 55 and older. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I shop at Ross. I didn't know that they, if you were 55 and older. I'm not saying I'm 55 and older, but I'm saying I didn't know that Ross had. Wow, that is so interesting. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Okay, and then municipalities, meaning utilities. As a senior, you can also call up your city where you pay your gas, lights, and water, and you can ask them if they have a senior discount. Some cities offer a discount if you're 62 or older. So let's not forget that. Let's call them up, and then also even your tax assessor. You can also call your tax assessor and say to them that you are 62 and older, and is there any program that will cut their tax bill or cut your tax bill as a senior. In some cities, they offer these programs. So call your assessor's office and see if you qualify for that. Don't forget to call your utilities company and see if you qualify for a discount there. I'm sure they have a lot of programs there, but you need to know and you need to be aware that there are some programs out there. Listen, as seniors, you know what? Seniors have paved the way for others. If not for our seniors and our ancestors, we would not be able to do a lot of things that we do today. So our seniors are very important, and I think it's awfully nice that some of these businesses offer senior discounts. But a lot of times, seniors don't know that these discounts are offered to them. And by the way, if you are 50, you can actually, some organizations actually at 50 will allow you to use senior discounts even at 50. So be aware and definitely take advantage of any senior discounts that are out there, all you seniors, because you actually have paid your way. You definitely have no reason not to definitely make these things are made available to you, and you definitely need to be aware that they're out there for you. So if you do shopping at Ross, and you know what, I saw Ross, I didn't see Marshall, but you know what, and I'm a Marshall shopper, but if I were you, I would ask Marshalls too. It doesn't help to ask the question, is there something out there? You know, I am a senior. What is available to me? I'm here shopping with my mother. I'm here shopping with my aunt. What is available to them? What kind of senior discounts do you have? And we just need to start asking, because they're probably a lot more than the ones that I just mentioned. But again, we just need to put it out there, because a lot of times there's a lot of stuff out there for us, but they won't tell us. It's not that they're keeping it hidden, but it's kind of like if you don't ask, they're just not going to tell you. It's not going to be a voluntary thing where they just tell you, listen, did I tell you today? Unless you get a really, really, really good clerk that says, listen, are you aware that on da-da-da-da-da, this is available to you? And sometimes you do. Every now and then you run across a good clerk that will tell you these things. I have had a wonderful time with you today sharing those things. Next time we talk, we will be talking about the free college courses. And we're talking about major colleges, Stanford, Harvard, that are online, but the courses are free to us, and how to make those classes available to us, what we need to do, how we need to research it, and just how we can get those classes. And sometimes they're great classes. So, and we don't have to go to Harvard, and we don't have to live in the neighborhood. We don't have to go to Stanford. We don't have to move to San Francisco. We don't have to do any of that to make those classes available to us. I've had a wonderful time with you today. I clearly, I want you to know that I definitely am very serious about Symes, and I want you to keep that in mind. And when you go by, or if you go to Symes, as one of the producers here said also, that Symes also has a dealership that services Toyotas and Land Rovers. So if you have a Land Rover, or you have a Toyota, and you go into that Symes, you let them know that you saw Rick the Critic, and that she definitely talked very badly about Symes Cadillac, and that you hope that they will not give you the same service that they gave the Jacksons, Mr. Jackson and his wife, when they came in to turn in their Cadillac. I'm Rick the Critic, and listen, thank you for allowing me to come into your home. I also want to let you know that, listen, you're loved, and show some love to someone today. It's not a big effort, just show a little love. Thank you again.
Rick the Critic, when she come into your place, yo, you best not forget it. She gon' tell you how it is, cause she's Rick the Critic. When she all up in your city, yo, you best not forget it. Let you know if she like it, and if she get with it, let the whole world know and be the first to admit it. Let you know if it's good and if she dig it, cause she's Rick the Critic. Rick the Critic, Rick the Critic, Rick the Critic. She the first to admit it if she can't dig it, cause she's Rick the Critic. Rick the Critic, 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 Rick the Critic,